Today on Mama Z's Texas Kitchen, we are canning sweet potatoes. Let's get started on today's video. Now, while canning sweet potatoes, you need to pre-cook your sweet potatoes. I'm going to use my Instapot simply because it makes it a lot easier and a lot faster. But you need to take a fork and poke some holes in your potatoes. Kind of like if you were going to cook it in the microwave. Then I've got a cup of water in here in my trivet. Now I'm using about 5 pounds of sweet potatoes. If you were just cooking sweet potatoes, say for dinner, you know, you wouldn't have to stack them up. But because I am canning them, I'm going to have to stack them. Okay, we're gonna put our lid on. Okay, I'm gonna hit pressure cook.
Okay, this is editing Misty. I realized that I had it on 20 and then I turned it down, but 20 minutes ended up being more than enough.
Y'all hear that rooster? I'm probably going to take it down and only do probably 30-35 minutes because I don't want them completely and totally soft, because I want them to be able to hold their form when we dice them up. I'll bring you back when we get ready to go to the next step. See you back here in a minute. Okay, our sweet potatoes have cooled off. I'm going to just cut the ends off and peel back the skins. I'm going to feed to my chickens. Is enough for everybody? Guys, they can't see y'all eating it over there. They can have plenty down there and they will chase after one bite of it. There, Barbara. They're starting to learn to balk. They'll love the treat. And then one thing I'm going to do, because I want some level of conformity to my chunks, is I'm going to use my chopper. Now, I will leave a link in the description below for this chopper. It has been the best thing ever. it makes life a whole lot, it's hot. It makes life a whole lot easier. Okay, so I'm going to gently put this in my jars. I'm going to finish getting these chopped up and put them in my jars, and then I'm going to bring you back for probably the most important step to canning sweet potatoes. Don't leave me. We'll be right back. Okay, this is probably your most important step. I've got 6.5 cups of water in my pot here, and I'm going to add a half cup of sugar. Now, the sugar is not really to make the sweet potatoes sweet. They're to ensure that they stay sweet. If you use just water, which is your option, it can be very bland. So what you want to do is get this up to a boil, stir it, make sure your sugar is blended well and dissolved. And then we're going to put this on top of our sweet potatoes. Okay, our simple syrup is ready. I'm just going to take a ladle, gently pour it on top. I would suggest if you have a canning funnel, that's better to use. For the life of us, we cannot find my canning funnel. So, next canning video, I promise we'll have it back. Because it's got to be around here somewhere. You just want to leave you about an inch of head space. Make sure your potatoes are completely covered up. Then I'm gonna just take a end of a fork and gently poke down in there to get the air bubbles out. I've got a paper towel here with white vinegar on it, and I'm just going to clean the top of my jars. Okay, these are fresh out of the package canning jars. I got these at Walmart. No, they're not ball, but they work. I've used them before and they work just fine. Put your lid on. Your ring, you want finger tight, okay? I'm gonna get the rest of these done, and then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna pressure can them. Be right back. Okay, I'm using my Power XL canner. Now, this has a canner on it. Would not recommend anything that didn't have a canner setting on it. Dang. I realize there's still a lot of kind of controversy. My opinion is I've used it to can a lot of stuff and it was just perfectly fine. But if you're in a higher elevation, I would not recommend using this because this pressurizes about 10 pounds of pressure. So with that said, I don't have a regular canner for a reason. The stove we have doesn't hold consistent heat. It's a glass top and it kind of comes on and off. You be sure to follow your own research, but I also recommend using the canning ball book because that's going to tell you how long and all that stuff. So with all that said, let's get started. I'm going to put, I got 4 jars out of 5 pounds of sweet potatoes. And I've got a trivet in here. I'll show you once I get these loaded. Come on, get on there. And then I'm going to put enough water in to get at least a quarter away above the jars. Okay. I used about a half a gallon of water in here because you want it, really want it up just a little bit. We're going to put our lid on. Oh, cancel. All right. I'm going to hit the canning, and then we're going to set it for 65 minutes. Make sure. Okay, that's all you need to do at this point. We'll let it do its thing. I'll see you back here in about 65 minutes and we'll see the final product. We'll be right back. Okay, our canner has depressurized. We're going to take the lid off. As always, remember to point it away from your face when you're lifting up. Hey, if you haven't yet, I would really appreciate giving me that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. I've got 4 jars of wonderful sweet potatoes here that I will be able to use for sweet potato pie and other things, and I'm really excited about it. Thank you so much for joining us today on Mama Z's Texas Kitchen, and we'll see you guys on the next video.